This is out of control. This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Just so you know, we have Impeach Biden shirts. So if you want to support the impeachment of Joe Biden, and I know a lot of people want to criticize that because if you impeach Joe Biden, Kamala Harris will be there. We're just one step in the right direction, one step at a time. We got to get rid of one of them first, at least. So Impeach Biden shirts are on the website. Democrat is on the website. Jump on the Officer Tatum Store, get your merch today. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Y'all know the drill. Let's get into this. Project Veritas. They go hard. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all know what Project Veritas is, and James O'Kee. They go hard, exposing people with these undercover videos. So I don't need to talk too long and give you too much of an introduction. I want you to see what they have uncovered. As you can see in the title above, and I watched this yesterday, and I was absolutely mind blown. So shout out to James and shout out to my boy Black Hannity. So y'all need to follow Black Hannity. He go hard, man. He's the investigative reporter that confront this lunatic in the streets and give him a taste of his own medicine in a very respectful, lawful, and peaceful way. So California teacher, it's in Sacramento, California. He admits that he's indoctrinating kids to be little commies. So all this, it's a conspiracy theory. The conservatives are just saying that they out here changing the kids. No, they are. If this guy doesn't get fired, I don't know what to do. Am I going to have to go to Sacramento and we're going to have a 1 million man march? There's no way a teacher, conservative or not, even if he's conservative, in no way a teacher should be indoctrinating any kids and saying the things that this teacher said. Don't listen to me. Roll the film.
I have 180 days to turn them into revolutionaries.
How do you do that? How do you
scare the fuck out of them? Yeah. Sacramento.
Scare the F out of them. I have 180 days to turn them into revolutionaries. Scare the F out of them. Listen to them.
Organization that is under the banner of Antifa is very loosely organized, right? So that, yeah, when there is like right-wing rallies and stuff, then we'll create an opposition to that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Where would he go to connect to some of these organizations?
I post a calendar every week, awesome. And then so and I do it for extra credit, so they get points for doing it. So that encourages them to do it. And I've had students show up for protests, community events, tabling, food distribution, all sorts of things. When they go, they take pictures, they write up a reflection. That's their extra credit. I have an Antifa flag on my wall. And
think about this. Look at the amount of propaganda in this dude's classroom. Antifa, by all intents and purposes, is a domestic terrorist organization. Antifa being on his classroom wall is the same as somebody putting the KKK on their wall. Why do you say that, Mr. Tatum? Antifa is one of the most violent domestic organizations in the country, pushing fascism. They fight fascism with fascism. They are, bludgeoning people. They're burning stuff. They're hitting people in the head with rocks, urine, fighting police, injuring police. Literally trying to trap police into a precinct and burn it down. And they tried to do it at the Capitol building in Oregon. This is a domestic terrorist organization. And they are no different, in my opinion, than the KKK. The only difference is people are more equipped to fight back against them than the KKK against black folks. But boom, look at this. This is what LGBTQ and all this stuff. This is what they pushing your kids. I'm gonna let it play, but let me just do a commercial break for y'all. Parents, what are you doing? Why aren't you up here? All right, I'll save that for the end.
And a student complained about that, and you said it made him feel uncomfortable. Well, this is meant to make fascists feel uncomfortable, so if you feel uncomfortable, I don't really know what to tell you. Maybe you shouldn't be aligning with the values that this is antithetical to. So the Cultural Revolution in the 60s was fixing the problem that came about after the economic one. It ultimately failed, right?
Look at this. He got the biggest communist in world history that killed more people than just about any dictator of a communist country. Innocent people. I mean,
there was a lot of excesses. People were definitely shot in the streets that probably shouldn't have been. incredibly ugly behavior come out of this.
So, you know, Project Veritas got a full video. I'll link it in the description section. But this is, I got more. There's more. It gets better than this, actually. So you heard a little bit of what the teacher said. And my boy, my brother from another mother, hold on a second. That played too soon. My brother from another mother, he went to the streets and also went to the school to confront this guy and prove to you, or at least try to give an explanation of why are you making these statements and brainwashing these kids. Don't listen to me. Roll the film.
With Project Veritas. Okay. Nice to talk with you.
It's my boy right there.
Don't mind my colleague recording. We are recording, but I think you're going to be more interested in what I have to say here.
I don't feel comfortable with this.
Oh, you don't feel comfortable? But the kids who don't feel comfortable in your class of a anti-fascist organization that fight fascism with fascism, but if they don't feel comfortable, screw them. Okay, what about your how comfortable you feel?
Well, I think that there's been a lot of uncomfortability in your classroom. I'd like to talk with you about some of the statements you've made.
She know he messed up.
I know what Project Veritas is.
Well, we're journalists.
Okay.
And you mentioned to one of our colleagues that you have 180 days to turn students into revolutionaries. Would you like to expound upon that?
Look at them, man. This is the leftist, lunatic, socialist, communist starter kit. If you see somebody dressing like this, they're communists. I mean, look at what he got on his T-shirt. Like, this is so fun. I just love that Project Veritas did this. Keep rolling.
We do not consent to these questions.
Well, you're in a public place, and I don't think parents consent to their students being, quote, turned into revolutionaries. So if you'd like to give a comment on that, those newsworthy statements you've made, I think that would go a long way to resolve some concerns in the community.
We would appreciate some distance. If you could step away, that would be
Well, Mr. Geip, if you could please just provide me commentary on these statements. I mean,
I love this.
A student voiced their uncomfortability in your classroom with the Antifa flag. Do you recall that?
They don't want to talk now. They don't want to talk now. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. So my boy goes to the school, and this is where I'm incredibly upset and why it makes me incredibly mad. And that's why these people's emails and stuff, y'all can email them and let them know how you feel about it. He goes to the school, which you would think that people in administrative positions would listen, at least hear the video of him claiming that there are concerning things from a teacher that he has on video, and they refuse to listen. Roll the film.
Now here at the school district, let's see if we can get anyone who's willing to see this disturbing footage. Hello, ma'am. I do see that you're recording, I guess for your safety. We are as well. I have some footage that I need to show a member.
This dude is brilliant with the recorded stuff. Brilliant. I did not RC was this cold. Black Hannity on the, he cold, but he cold-blooded. This was a steal by Project Veritas.
Of the school district here. I was hoping to speak with, if not the communications manager, perhaps Chief Academic Officer Angela Herrera.
Okay, let's start off with our communications department.
Okay.
Do you have a business card so I can let you know who's here?
Here's what I do have.
So he takes the credentials. He's trying to communicate people. Nobody wants to talk to him. Nobody wants to see the video footage. He's presented the video footage, and after presenting to him, they're rejecting it. This is what the lady comes out and says to him.
But no one wants to see this footage.
You guys can't be in here recording. You need to leave, please.
Okay, we're trying to show you a
No, I
video.
want you to leave, or I'm going to call the police.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Is this a public building?
They have called the police to escort us from the building because we are attempting to get someone from the school district to watch footage of a teacher engaging in behavior that is blatantly a concern for security, health, and just well-being of these minors. Ma'am, can you tell me what your title is so I can leave?
So disrespectful. I absolutely despise these teachers and people in administrative positions that think that they are greater than you. You pay them. Their salaries come from taxpayer dollars. You don't have a right to posture up like you running something. You should be able, or you should be accountable to the people that pay taxes. But they posture, I'm going to call the police if you're not in here. What? You owe it to the citizens to have a response to this. Okay. Makes me infuriated.
Okay. I'll be calling in momentarily just to get her title. She's a member of the school district. She has to give it to me. She's a public employee. Thank you for your help. Have a nice day. We'd rather call the police on someone who has footage of a safety concern instead of simply viewing the footage. These are the people who are running your child. These are the people making the decisions for your child's life. No accountability, no willingness, no responsibility. Cowards.
Couldn't have said it any better. Y'all better go up to these schools. Y'all better ask your children, what do they teach you? What you learn today? Are they pushing this agenda? Are they pushing the LGBTQ? I tell my son all the time, his first day of school is coming up soon. What are they talking about? I remember I had a video that I posted a while back, and I actually end up going on Fox News over it. I went to my son's classroom, and they didn't have a flag in there. They had LGBTQ everywhere. They didn't have an American flag. And when they did the national anthem, against the wall on a manila paper it was like a green paper, a purple paper that had the national anthem written on it. I mean, the Pledge of Allegiance written on it. I'm sorry, not the national anthem, but the Pledge of Allegiance. It had that written on there, and they doing a Pledge of Allegiance to a piece of paper that some kid scribbled on it. I said, ma'am, is there a particular reason why you don't have American flag in your classroom? Because in the state of Arizona, every school is mandated to have an American flag and a version of the Constitution of the United States of America in the classroom. That should be federalized, in my opinion. You should have the flag and the Constitution in your classroom. However, she said it's not mandated to have the flag in the classroom. However, she said, if you give me the flag, I'll post it. I went and bought the flag for her classroom, and they put it up in there. And I asked my son, did she put it up? Yeah, he did. She did. Okay, that's what you parents need to start doing. Don't worry about what Kardashian's doing. Don't worry about what Matt Gaetz doing. Don't worry about what Donald Trump doing. You need to be worried about what's going on in your child's classroom. They're brainwashing your kids. And you better show up at that school, at the school board meetings. You better show up and complain. You better call down there and complain. You can't let these people do it. The reason they do this is because he tell a kid, well, I don't care if you offended by a domestic terrorist flag that's flying in my class. I don't care if you offended by that. And then they go home and tell their parents, and their parents are too busy living life, and they don't go and check this stuff. That's why he's emboldened to do it. Now he's worried about his job. He made a response video. I'm going to play it because I might as well play it. It's all on Project Veritas. I'm going to put the links to the description section and put the link to these videos in the description section. This is his little commie response. Little coward, man. I see these people in the street, man. They will probably wet the bed.
Say thank you to every past student and colleague and friend who's reaching out right
Communists.
now in support of what is happening. My personal safety and security is obviously my top concern at this moment, but also like they are coming for my job.
Yes, they should come for your job. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal, libertarian. You should not be pushing an agenda and making a statement that you're going to force your children into being activists for your cause. And how do you do that? Scare the F out of them. There's no place for that in the school system. I don't care who you are. They shouldn't do that for Trump. You shouldn't push no agenda. Black Lives Matter. You shouldn't push Blue Lives Matter on people. You should not try to thrust them into being a particular activist. Nobody should do that. When you at school, you're supposed to be teaching mathematics. You're supposed to be teaching them how to read. You're supposed to be teaching all of the skills that they need to be successful to move to the next level. Nobody gives a flying flip about your personal beliefs in politics. If you're a history teacher, you should be teaching history. Nobody give a F about how you feel about history. You should be teaching what the books say about history. It's not your personal opinion. And if you're going to thrust your personal opinion, you should preface it by saying, this is my personal opinion about this situation. It makes me upset, man. It makes me upset at military, teachers, police. Take your uniform off and go home and be an activist. When you are on your job, getting paid by the taxpayer dollar, you're supposed to be impartial. You're supposed to be executing the job description that you sworn to be a part of. Your personal beliefs don't matter when you're in the school system. It doesn't matter when you have the uniform on, pulling people over on traffic. I'm probably the biggest Trump supporter there is. But Trump ain't got nothing to do with pulling you over on a traffic stop according to the Constitution and the laws that are of the state or municipality. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I don't care nothing about you being a fascist. I don't care about nothing about you voting for Hillary. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Did you break the law or did you not? I could care less about your personal beliefs. And when I get home and I'm off the clock and I don't have my uniform on, I'm going to tell you all about what I feel in my personal life. Other than that, you should be fired pushing an agenda. You should be fired if you're in the military with your uniform on, pushing an agenda. End of story. Comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Am I crazy? Am I on or something? Y'all need to contact these people. I'm going to put all the links in the description section. These videos that I saw from Project Veritas and also the contact information that you may want to be involved with, especially if you live in Sacramento. I love you guys. See you on the next one. I'm out.